Mr. White here as well. Logging in, Aaron, or remember that one case? No, let's, he's already on the way up. We'll do it next. You said Bishop?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Coming up, Mr. Bishop. I'll hit you up next, Aaron. All right, Mr. Bishop, you're charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On April 17, 2026, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to an assault in progress. Upon arrival, the complainant advised the defendant and the witness came to visit his son. And when his son entered the defendant's truck, the complainant tried to retrieve his son. When the defendant placed him in a stranglehold using his right arm from behind with a 6 of 10 pressure, that he had difficult breathing, was not completely cut off, and that he felt pain as a result.
Is there a familial relationship here, do you think?
It does not appear that the complainant and the defendant are related, and the complainant and the witness may be.
All right. Mr. Bishop, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of any weapon. If you violate this, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. This is not a revolving door. Do you understand?
Yes.
Tell me, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No, sir.
Are you working at this time?
No, sir. I'm tired.
Okay. Do you have any source of income whatsoever?
I have Social Security.
Okay. I need to know how much of an income you have. You need to qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. We just don't give them out like it's candy on Halloween. You need to be at the federal poverty guideline, which is about $15,800 per year. So deputy can give you an application and need you to fill it out in its entirety, and I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria, and then I'm going to have you take a seat while we have bond conditions created for you to sign. Once you sign the bond conditions, then we'll take a look at your application.
You said it was minimum 24,000.
No, I said 15,800 per year. Well, just, fill it out and I'll take a look. Okay, please.
This way.
So no contact, no weapons. Bernadette, please.
Three, Blanco, come on up.
Right.
Right this way. Go ahead and sign, please.
Uh, Good morning, Mr. Blanco. So you're charged with driving while intoxicated and unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. On the gun case, you're facing up to a year and or a $4,000 fine. Just so you know, your lawyer's here with you, but he's on Zoom at this time. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
On April 18, 2026, in Harris County, Texas, around 2:50 a.m., officers observed a motorbike vehicle disregard a red traffic signal. A traffic stop was conducted. Defendant was the driver. Officers found to have a strong odor of alcoholic beverage. DWI investigation was conducted. The defendant was observed swaying. Standardized field sobriety test from a form 6 of 6 HDN, 3 of 8 walk and turn, 3 of 4 one leg stand. Officers also observed a firearm without a holster in plain view in the center console. The serial number revealed the weapon to be stolen. DIC was read, breath was provided, a sample was given for 0.13.
Any prior DWIs? Does he have a license?
This is not what he has. Any prior DWIs, and his driver's license does appear to be eligible.
Okay. Mr. Blanco, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs and not to be in possession of any weapons. These are your bond conditions. You will be randomly tested. If I find that you're using, you will go to jail. I will revoke the bond. Do you understand? Also, as a condition of your bond, you're not allowed to drive unless you have valid liability insurance in your name. You must maintain car insurance. If you don't have it, then likewise, do not drive. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. White. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, I will revoke your bond. For now, we'll have you sign a reset. You'll get with Veronica for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go.
So,
Please.
This way. Go ahead and sign.
Aaron, you already got a date, correct?
Yes, sir. We got one yesterday. I believe it's June the 28th. I could be wrong
Okay,
about
man.
that, but I think it's June 28th. Thank
Have
you,
a good
Judge.
Friday.
All right, you too. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Go ahead and see Veronica. All right, Judge, top of 6, Gregory, come on up.
All right, Mr. Gregory, you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On April 18, 2026, in Harris County, Texas, officers responded to a terroristic threat call. The complainant advised he received a message from a friend at school in which the defendant said that he wanted to take him out, referring to the complainant, and that he wished I did at the table and took us both out, and that the defendant was trying to find where the complainant lived so he could take him out, and he couldn't do it at school. The defendant admitted he had sent messages to the friend.
That's really vague. How did he say it? Who did he say it to? I'm just going to take you out.
It looks like he received text messages and said, I'm going to take you out, or he wants to take him out. Referring to the victim, he said that he wished he had done it at the table and took us both out. And if he couldn't do it at school, he wanted to take him out of his house.
Let's do this, Mr. Gregory. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today. I'm going to have a lawyer take a look at the case for you. At this time, though, do not have any contact with the complaining witness in this case and don't be in possession of any weapons. If you violate these conditions, if you pick up a new case, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You are only 17 years old. If you go into one of our Harris County jails, it's not going to be a pretty sight. Do you understand?
Yes.
Be careful what you do. There are no mistakes in this life. There are choices. You either make a good choice or you make a bad choice. For now, I'm going to have you go to Victoria Santa Risa and then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box, sir. Do you mind appointing him a lawyer?
Yes, Judge.
I need you to sign a receipt first.
All right, Judge, bottom of 7, Coffee.
Ma'am, this way.
Let's know that I'm going to have signature notes.
All right, Ms. Cossey, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Anything about this that's aggravating?
I'm sorry, I cannot find.
With a K.
Thank you.
Chip, any prior DWIs, alcohol in the car?
Do not see any open containers, do not see any prior to us.
License? Please. Ms. Cossey, as a condition of your, well, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You will be randomly tested. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. You're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance. If you don't have either, do not drive. It is also a condition of your bond. You have the ability to hire a lawyer. We will give you time. I will have you sign a reset and we're going to get you out of here. Time is of the essence. This is the DWI. Don't wait a month or two because you're only hurting yourself. Okay. If you have any issues, just come back and then we can talk. For now, I'll have you go to Victoria Center Reset. You'll get with Veronica for your bond conditions, then you're free to go.
All right, Judge. Top of 11, Robles.
Thank you.
Roland.
Wait, he has a lawyer. You want to wait?
Yes, what?
I see that he has a lawyer. Oh, got it. Okay, I'm glad that you made it. Great. All right, come on up, Mr. Robles. Mr. Robles, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On April 19, 2026, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to a minor accident on Hayward Street. The defendant was one of the drivers of the vehicles, had run a red light and struck the witness's vehicle. Officers observed defendant to have red watery eyes, odor of alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, and an unbalanced stance. He refused the standardized field sobriety tests. The DIC was read and he refused to provide a sample. A blood search warrant was executed. He does have a prior DWI out of Harris County out of this court in 2024.
He had a felony PCS dismissed 9 days ago, and now you're back. Does he have a valid license to drive, please?
Just a second, I don't know why it looks like his system's just really slow this morning.
As a condition of your bond, I'm warning you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You will be randomly tested twice a week, so we know that you're not using alcohol or illegal drugs. You will also get a scram on your ankle, so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. Mr. Robles, within the last 2 years, trespass, mischief, trespass, DWI, trespass, felony PCS, and now a DWI second. All within a year and a half to 2 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and now number 12.
Driver's license is not eligible.
I want you to hear me loud and I want you to hear me clear. This is an affidavit that you're going to promise me that you're not going to drive. If you do, I will have a contempt hearing on your ass, and you were looking at 180 days every single time that you drive, and I can stack it. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will also get a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. I don't want you out in the middle of the night at all. He can have an ankle monitor as well, a GPS monitor, so we know he's not going out. I'm forbidding you from going to any bars, nightclubs, or any venues where 51% or more of alcohol is sold. Because it's a second offense, I'm ordering you now not to drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock. I send notice to DPS in Austin so that every police officer in the state knows if they catch you driving a vehicle and that vehicle doesn't have an interlock, they're going to take you to jail. But if I catch you driving, I will have a contempt hearing. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So he tests every Monday and every Thursday. For now, we're gonna have you sign a reset. You'll get with Veronica for your bond conditions, and then we'll see you on Monday. Come on. Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
With it on driving?
No driving, and we'll have the scram. Because my concern is the drinking, and my concern is the drug use and going out at night. So, thanks. I still want to file the guardian interlock paperwork with Austin so that they know if they catch him driving and he doesn't have it, they'll take him into custody. So we'll still file the paperwork, but. Ms. Rice, you ready? Hey.
Bottom of 5, Judge Flores, come on up.
Hey, what's up? Happy Friday.
All right.
Do you want to hear PC? Do you want to waive PC? You want to hear it? Okay. Mr. Flores, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It is elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay,
On April 18, 2026, in Harris County, Texas, officers observed a vehicle fail to maintain single lane of traffic 8 times. He stopped abruptly, almost struck another vehicle on the highway. Traffic stop was conducted. Driver was identified as a defendant. Officer saw bloodshot, glassy eyes, slurred speech, and defendant was not able to maintain his balance. On field sobriety tests, he had 6 of 6 on HGN, 4 of 8 on walk and turn, 2 of 4 on one leg stand. DIC was red, and he provided a breath sample of 0.15.
does Mr. Flores have any prior DWIs?
Yes, no prior DWIs, and let me check his license really quickly. It is eligible.
All right, Mr. Flores, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. There are no more PR bonds. If I have to put you in jail, it's not a revolving door. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Ison. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you, I will revoke your bond. For now, we'll have you sign a reset. You'll get with Veronica for your bond conditions, and then we'll reset your case.
Thanks, Judge.
Please. Thanks, guys.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Morning, Judge.
Hey,
Just introducing myself, my name is Nick Yudowski. I'm
hi, Nick.
covered.
Okay, thank you so much.
So much, Judge.
Yeah, yeah,
Nick, this, I'll be on Teams if it needs anything, okay?
perfect. So Nick, we're just doing PC on everything for now.
Judge, ready for the next one?
Yeah, yeah.
Bottom of 11, Sanchez.
Mr. Sanchez, you're charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $200 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay,
Yes, Judge, on 4/16/2026 in Harris County, Texas. Officers observed 2 vehicles traveling at a high rate of speed on I-10. The vehicles are traveling at a speed exceeding the imposed 60-mile-per-hour speed limit, weaving in and out of traffic across all 4 lanes. The officers reached speeds exceeding 100 miles an hour to catch up to the vehicle. The officer observed the vehicle make an evasive lane change, causing an 18-wheeler and another vehicle to apply their brakes to avoid a collision. A traffic stop was conducted on the vehicle, and the defendant was ID'd as the driver.
did they get the code defendant? Do you know? Is there a
I
code
don't
defendant, I
think
guess?
connected case.
No.
Judge.
Okay. Does Mr. Sanchez have a license to drive?
It looks like he does, Your Honor. It is.
Is it eligible, I guess? Mr. Sanchez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case as a condition of your bond. I'm ordering you not to participate in this type of driving anymore. Reckless driving, maniacal driving, street takeovers, donuts, racing. If you do, I will put you in jail, and then I will take your ability to drive away from you. You are not allowed to drive unless you have a Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name, and those are also conditions of your bond. If I find that you drive without those two, likewise, into jail you go. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand?
His license, though, eligible, Judge.
Okay. How old are you, Mr. Sanchez? What are you doing with yourself these days? And how much money do you make a month?
It depends, I just started, so I'd probably say around 3,000
And who do you live with?
myself.
Okay. Did you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Or do you want to try to go hire a lawyer?
Can I fire one?
Yes, of course. We'll give you time. I'm telling you now, don't drive like this again. Otherwise, it's not going to go well for you. I'm going to protect my community at all costs. I don't care how old you are. Do you understand? We were going to have bond conditions created for you to sign. I'm going to have you sign a reset, then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get the bond conditions. Once you sign them, at that point, you'll be free to go. Do you mind filing no reckless driving, donuts, street takeovers, and all that, Judge? Yes, please.
All right, Judge, bottom of 12. Royum. Bernadette is SOI.
Nick, did you hear that? SOY is the next person. So you,
I'm sorry, Judge, how do you spell
SOY?
SOY?
Yeah, but take your time. I mean, you can do the conditions first and then we'll do it. So you can, you don't have to worry about it later. You just let me know when you're ready.
And Judge, you'd just like me to follow a motion for bond conditions?
Sure, yeah. The bond conditions, no reckless driving, street takeovers, donuts, driving without a license or insurance.
Okay, Judge, I'm ready.
You ready? Ms. Soyun, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You speak English, correct? You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
On 4/17/2026 in Harris County, Texas, the defendant was observed by a witness, an off-duty officer approach an intersection and sit through 3 life cycles. Witness had to reach in and engage the parking, the gear shift in the vehicle as it was still in drive. An officer woke the defendant up, had them exit the vehicle, and they observed 2 open beer cans and a 12-pack of beers in the back seat. Officers observed the defendant to have slurred speech, be uneasy on their feet, as well as the odor of alcoholic beverage about the person. Officer observed defendant to be disoriented and was confused about where they were coming from. He stated that he had 2 beers. Standardized field sobriety tests were refused. DIC was read and a blood search warrant was executed.
Do you mind running an NCIC? Are there any prior DWIs?
Judge, it looks like his license is eligible. I don't see any prior DWIs. I do see an open container on his driver's license ticket.
What do you mean an open, just in this case, right?
A separate open container ticket.
There's another open.
It looks like that, Judge.
Ms. Soyun, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case as a condition of your bond. I'm ordering you not to drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. You're ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You will be randomly tested. If I find that you're using illegal drugs, likewise into jail you go. I will revoke the bond. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes.
We will give you time. I'm going to have you go to Victoria Center Reset. We're going to get all the bond. Hold on. I'm going to get all the bond conditions created for you to sign. Like I said, don't drive without a car that has an interlock. Do you understand? Okay, come on.
All right, Judge, bottom of 13. We'll let him say that last one.
Bottom of 13. Siobhan. Did you see this one is TCH? The last name
Oh, got it.
starts with.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, I can sign for your research. I can see the.
Come on up. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay?
Yes, Judge. On 4/17 of 2026 in Harris County, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle for failing to signal a turn at an intersection. The defendant was identified as the driver of the vehicle. They observed the strong odor of alcohol in her beverage, and the defendant had plastic red eyes and appeared disoriented and confused. They instructed her to exit the vehicle, but she refused. She was given clear and repeated instructions and was advised that she was being detained, and she continued to refuse. They attempted to remove her from the vehicle, but she resisted by tensing her arms, pulling away, and refusing to provide her hands. Defense actions required additional physical effort to gain control and delayed the detention process.
Okay. Does she have a license to drive?
Judge, I see some DWIs. The driver's license. Your driver's license is not eligible, Judge.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case as a condition of your bond. I'm ordering you not to drive. I don't care what you have to do in this life. If you don't have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, it is a condition of your bond that you're not to drive. If you do, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. Do you understand? That's the only condition I'm placing on you. If you want to drive, go get a license, get insurance, and I'll happily take this restriction off. But if you do, it's really not going to go well for you. You will be signing a promise with me. This is an affidavit that you're going to swear to us that you're not going to drive. There's nothing in this life that you can justify doing it. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
At this time, I don't, so.
Okay, I can have you apply if you'd like to. Deputy will give you an application. I need you to fill it out. I need to know everything about you. Don't just put zeros, otherwise I'm going to send it back to you.
Okay.
I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box. I'm going to have bond conditions created for you to sign, and then we'll have you fill out the application,
Okay.
please.
Hi, Joe, that's it for now. Go ahead and sign for your reset.
Hey, Victoria, she needs, ma'am, come up here. We need you to swear to us.
Raise your hand. Swear on the information you have to do the insurance. Have a second.
Victoria,
Yes, sir.
we have quite a bit of people that, are they lawyers?
I think there's two of them waiting on this.
No PHAs?
No, like hired attorney or.
Yeah, but no PHAs?
Oh, no.
No, okay.
One moment. Yeah. Oh. You want to.
Ms. Reingold, is Bars here?
Yes.
Yeah, come on.
Step down.
Oh, you picked up a new case? No?
No.
PPRs for legal entry.
Yes. The PPRs for late entry was updated this morning because he has an entry at 9:10 and another one at 9:23. He was also supposed to up yesterday and that came back.
Okay, good. So the only bond violation is that he's, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna continue his supervision. but let him know if he shows up again late, it's not gonna go well the next time. Okay?
And he did make it here at about 8:20. We don't.
Great, but just let him know. I'm not gonna give him another chance after this. I'm not gonna continue to just baby and baby and baby. He's old enough to understand that actions have consequences and just let him know. This is a final chance. Yes, ma'am. Thanks. Yes.
Why couldn't you set this loop over?
It's up to you. I would just do a normal reset 30 days.
So he was supposed to have get a job.
Okay, 2 weeks. I want him to work. Right. So he needs to come back in 2 weeks with proof that he's got 15, 20 applications or that he's got a job. I don't want him to just hang out and do nothing all day. Please. Okay. Thank you for reminding me.
Sure. Okay, yeah, thank you. Because I need to fix it up, I think, for this various needs, so. So if I do it. That's in there, that's in the standard.
Okay.
Hi, come on up. Yes, ma'am. Mhm.
So he's here and I spoke with him and he knows no they want to be open to extending the curfew to 9:30.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Okay.
Sure, of course, but I want him to start working though. It's imperative. Okay, you got it.
You have a problem? Oh, I see you guys have your, I'll get them this time, because we'll say you got That's also. Yeah.
That's a joy for like, see that you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So it's,
Definitely.
Mr. Golden, they're just opening.
So they extended it. Sanchez, Browning. All right, go ahead and sign. Find it out and then. But I didn't know the people are mentioning it today, so.
Don't leave the assigned date out.
Hey, come on out. Hey, good morning. You're in Gatterson, right?
Rosin,
Oh, got it.
out of state.
Um, are you, okay?
I really wanted to just check it.
Wait, have you signed on to the case?
Yeah, I was appointed. on
You were? Okay,
Monday or Tuesday.
got it.
And I just wanted to check your temperature before I ask you for a volunteer.
We have special prosecutors that deal with it.
I do understand that. I know Mr. Day, and I was just gonna approach with, state if you don't know,
You have to do it with Day.
you gotta go today.
Let me get a hold of him and tell him.
He just actually emailed me, I didn't want to start the hearing, and, Mr. Day's kind of like, you need a.
Well, no, but he's got special information about the case that they don't. That's why there's a separate fugitive division that only deals with fugitive cases. And so that's why he's on all of them.
Well, sure.
No, not for fugitive cases. I'll reach out to him though, if you'd like.
I'll shoot him the email. He emailed me a few minutes ago.
Got it.
Okay, you have a cost.
I do.
Counsel, you ready?
Morning, Judge.
Hi, come on up.
I have off docket matter.
What's your cause number?
It is 260.
Hold on a second, hold on. I lost the page. Okay, 260.
741301.
Okay,
So I've already talked to the court coordinator about this. A bench warrant was issued for his non-appearance on Wednesday. Somehow the signals got crossed. I was on trial and been given a reset date. So we're seeking to have the reinstated, Judge.
did he miss court?
He did miss court, but.
Well, that's why we
Can I
issued a
close?
warrant.
Well, can I close?
Well, sure, but I mean, if you miss court, you miss court.
Judge,
Well-
he emailed me for an off-docket reset, and I just didn't do it.
Oh,
So
Wasn't
that's-
was he supposed to be here?
He was required, but it was for proof of a job.
Okay. Nevertheless, he's still supposed to be here. You know, I mean, we don't, if he's supposed to be here because we have a bond conditions for him to do something, he's still got to be here regardless. I would have issued the warrant.
Right.
Had you been here, had you not been here, because he's
Okay.
supposed to be here.
Okay.
You know, I mean, have
I
him
will
come on
also-
Monday.
I will also, note, Judge, that I do have medical, it was like two-foot. I do have medical documentation. His one-year-old daughter went into seizures, lost consciousness, and he was sitting with her that day in the hospital. At her bedside. He does have medical documentation.
Show me.
Provide to the court. I'll need to go downstairs and print it out. I can come back and show it to you.
I mean, you can email it to them if you want. If
Okay,
it'll be
I'll do that.
easier, email it and then I'll take a look at it. But
Okay.
regardless, he's going to have to come here.
Okay, okay.
So, I mean, send them, let me take a look at it, but
Okay.
he's gonna have to come Monday regardless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, send it and then I'll take a look.
Okay.
Sure. Hey, stop.
And pay for some church, emergency.
Right.
It's, it's,
Also, okay.
on the 21st, so he sent it to me,
Okay.
and I shared it to Judge.
Okay.
And James will come with me. That's Yeah. But that's the one that I give you.
Yeah.
That's all right. So I can forward that to Judge. Did you have something else? I can forward that to you so you can. The tapes. You expect it on the 23rd, was it? It wasn't. And then it was being reduced. So, people can say, You started from the financial officer to be able to train from. So we have one time we should rate it, but then we can go over.
Okay.
All those seven.
Excloy, come up with an I. With an I. It starts with an I.
Solo miro el juez y le contesta en español.
Sir, you are charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
Yes, Judge. On 4/19 of 2026, in Harris County, Texas, officers conducted a traffic stop on a motor vehicle for swerving into oncoming traffic. almost causing a head-on collision. Upon contact with the defendant, the driver, officers observed the odor of alcoholic beverage on the breath, bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. Officers also observed an open 12-ounce Modelo that was 3/4 full between the driver door and the driver's seat. Standardized field sobriety tests were conducted with 6 out of 6 clues on the HGN, 5 out of 8 clues on the walk and turn, and 1 out of 4 clues on the one-leg stand. VIC was red, the defendant consented to breath, and blew a .129.
Any prior to the eyes, and does he have a license?
Not that I see, Judge. I don't see a driver's license on file either.
Mr. Ixkoy-Bats, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I would venture a guess that it's damn elementary. You're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you were driving. As a condition of your bond, you're ordered to obtain a handheld portable device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. If you do, I will put you in jail. I will revoke your bond. No more PR bonds. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in custody for the next 6 months. And then you get shipped off to immigration where you sit for another couple months. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
You do not have a Texas driver license. You are not allowed to drive. You will be signing a promise with me. I don't care what you have to do in this life, Mr. Ixkoy. If you drive, likewise, into jail you go, and I will make your bond high.
Yes, sir.
You are also ordered to submit to random testing so we know that you're not consuming illegal drugs. I don't care what your excuse is, and I'm going to tell you now. We give you a portable device. If you skip any of the blows, I will put you in jail. For now, we will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'm going to get you to Victoria. You will sign a reset, and then we're going to get you out of here. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. Thank you. Okay, counsel. Let me give me a second to take a look at it. Did you send it to them so that they could see it?
She had it already.
No, but did you send it to the state? Because the state has every right to look at it too, because they can move to revoke the bond, you know? They have the right to move for bond revocation if they want to. This just says that what day was he supposed to be here?
4/22, sir. He goes in 4/21 that morning, it's my mistake.
This says the day before,
Right, early in the
and it doesn't even give a time.
Right. It's my understanding, he goes in early.
Yeah, have him come Monday and then we'll talk, but I'm not gonna just,
Understood.
okay, thanks. Hey, are you ready? Just the last name of your client. Are you ready? Ramos, come up.
Yeah.
All right, good morning, Mr. Ramos. You speak English. Mr. Ramos, you're charged with purchasing or furnishing alcohol for a minor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge, on 4/17/2026, the defendant was observed via drone footage distributing alcoholic beverages over a fence line at a University of Houston campus event. The defendant admitted to purchasing alcoholic beverages and providing them to the co-defendant, who he knew was under 21 years of age. And the co-defendant judge is 20.
That's so vague. And then how on earth is a drone gonna go and start, I mean, what the hell, man?
So,
Talk about Big Brother. Holy,
so it was a
what the
university.
flip?
It was a University of Houston Police Department drone that was at the Houston campus. They observed the defendant providing alcoholic beverages. They then identified both of the people involved, which is the co-defendant and defendant, by their Houston Cougar cards, their student ID cards. The defendant also admitted that he was in possession of cocaine, which doesn't look like he's been charged with at this time. And he had a fraudulent Colorado driver's license.
Are they gonna
That's-
charge him with the cocaine or no?
I don't see anything filed at this point, Judge. It could be that it was such a small amount that it wasn't filed. So,
I just don't, I don't understand intake, man. I really don't. So whose drone was this?
it was a University of Houston Police Department drone. It looks like they were doing surveillance of the event, and saw the defendant passing beverages over a fence line. That's the information that's in the damage judge. And then they approached, he admitted that he was providing them to a minor who was the co-defendant.
Huh. Do they need a search warrant? I mean, wouldn't you think that that's a search? I mean, using a drone, it's as if using a heat sensor to detect if someone is growing weed in a house, right? I mean,
It is public property though, Judge. It's the UH campus.
I don't know, man. They're at a house.
Well, it was
It's
a
not a-
University of Houston campus event. And there was a fence, it sounds like, and so there was an event going on from what.
So it's not
seems
private
to-
property.
It's not private, it doesn't sound like it's private property, obviously, we could dive into it a little bit more, and if.
No, I mean, my concern is, if someone has a right to privacy in their own house and their curtilage but here you're saying it's a public event.
Yes, and it does look
Okay.
like the officer wrote that it was a parking lot. It was.
parking lot.
A public event, or the Houston campus event in a parking lot 12A.
Got it. All right. Mr. Ramos, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to test you if I find that you're using anything, and marijuana, cocaine, alcohol, you will go to jail. I will revoke your bond. This is not a revolving door. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is he currently a student at U of H? I want proof before we allow him back on campus. And then the only reason he goes back to campus is for classes. That's it. And then he goes back to where no parties, no functions, no speaking to minors at the university.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you.
So before we know, I'm going to bar him from going to U of H until you can show us a school schedule that has him actively participating in classes. Once you show that, at that point, we'll tweak when he's allowed to go to campus and where he's allowed to go to. Okay? Okay, thanks.
So, Go ahead and sign. It's the cash in structure. And they're trying to fix it.
Do we have conditions filed on Bishop?
No, I
Hey, guys, do you mind filing conditions on Bishop? It's no contact and no weapons. It's an assault. I think that Bernadette may have forgotten. I think there's a couple more actually. Let me see. On Gregory's last name, also, it's a terroristic threat. No contact and no weapons. Extension. Yeah, I think that's it. Just those two, please.
Yes, sir.
Rachel, just that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. She does. Yeah. I have more about it, yeah, it's like, obviously, you're here, these and that. It sounds so. Yes. No.
Hey, coming up.
Let's approach on Mr. Rosenfeld again.
What say you?
Judge, assess that reasonable bond be set. I spoke with the ADA over there and actually doesn't mind getting a bond as long as a reasonable one is set for self-surrender. There's a dismissed history out of California, but that's it. This is one where he set up the buy, like a controlled buy, and they used the marked money. It was 3.8, well, and then 3.5 grams. So it's up to 15 years over there. But they understand that if the court does set a bond, that he has 2 weeks to self-surrender, and that's all they ask for.
What do you think, amount?
7,500 would be appropriate, considering the amount and the fact that this is a year old, and that he is not the only party involved in the controlled sale.
Has he been on bond and he took off? It was a 2B?
Is it a year old, almost to the day, actually.
What do you think?
And Your Honor, I'm not mad at that argument at all. I would ask for just 3,500. He did let me know that he was just recently laid off in March.
I'll
but
split it, 5,000.
That's perfect.
He
Okay.
has to withdraw the waiver, so I'll look at that in just a minute.
He's been in jail for how long?
He's been in since the 16th. Originally, they were gonna come set him, and they were actually
Man, he's got,
trying to get him, but I told him that because he technically never approached to offer withdraw the waiver for extradition, that he just, it was one of those possibilities, and so, I mean, if it saves that money.
they had maybe even a week to pick him up.
I do understand and I let him know, and I told him, I was like, hey, I think the smartest thing might be
So,
to
look,
wait the time, but.
They're in the
he said
driver's seat,
he's
you know?
wanting to bond
Okay.
out and take
Edge.
care of it.
can you bring out Rosenfeld, please?
I understand not wanting to be in the Harris County.
It's up to him,
jail.
but
And they were really confused at how he had connections here either, because he's domiciled over there, and so doesn't even know what he's doing in Texas.
His father lives here, so he came to live with his father.
does he have a family member here now? You know?
Not in the courtroom,
No?
but his
Okay.
father does still live here in Harris County. So him and his father and sister have been contacting me and they want to bond him out.
Okay, yeah, no.
And I will just say he has been a process engineer for the last 35 years. Was just recently laid off in March. Like I said, he does have family members that are here in the state and willing to help in the city. You know.
Yeah, just
I don't
advise him
think he's
to
gonna
probably
be
take
mad
a
at
car,
5,000.
not to get on a plane, huh?
If I have to take a car. no
You
problem.
don't get on a plane.
By TSA, he was on-
Uh-huh,
Okay.
right.
Yeah, and the fact that he still has a warrant there, so he runs a red light, he goes to stop sign, he'll get arrested in Montgomery County, start all over again.
That's right.
And in Louisiana, you know, the wrong spots there.
I've had that happen before, which is why I bring up that specific example.
No, Moco is definitely not gonna let you.
Well,
slip
it
out.
doesn't matter, wherever you get popped anywhere, it's,
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But you will definitely get ran Moco. They're
Well-
on every license plate.
So he's gonna have until well, technically the morning of the 11th, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Rosenfeld.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You are wanted out of the state of California for
No,
its,
Florida.
or, sorry, Florida.
For sale of methamphetamine and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. He's basically an analog of a criminal instrument because he uses himself in a facilitation of the control by.
Your lawyer's asking for me to set you, and I will set you a bond of $5,000 now. Understand, though, that I'm not going to set you another one. You have one opportunity to do the right thing. That means you need to go turn yourself into Florida. We give you 14 days from the date of your release, not 16, not 21, 14. The other thing, don't wait until the last day to go because it's on you. If you fail to turn yourself in, I'm going to revoke the bond. I will set it at 0, and I'm not going to give you another one.
Okay.
This time I will, if you don't go, I'm going to get you back because you can't run forever. And this time I will hold you here until Florida comes and gets you.
Okay,
You understand?
I understand perfectly.
Okay,
May I ask one question?
sure.
I applied for, I won't get
You
arrested.
cannot-
Sorry.
There's, you still have an open warrant out of Florida. So you could theoretically get pulled over, taken right back into custody. So you need to be careful. You need to, as soon as you get out, make your way onto Florida because the longer you take, the more risk you're taking.
Absolutely.
If you get arrested again in another jurisdiction, I'm going to revoke this bond and it's just going to be another mess. So
Okay.
you still have a warrant. So wherever you are, if you get pulled over, you know, counsel for the state was saying, if you get pulled over on a red light and then they run you,
Okay, I understand.
so you need to be very careful.
Thank you.
So the only other thing that I'm going to advise you is that you have waived extradition. we give the demanding jurisdiction here, Florida, 14 days to come get you. If they don't get you within the 14 days, Harris County releases you. It's already been a week, so you already have 7 days under your belt. So it's up to you if you want to get the bond. If you want me to send you a bond, you're going to have to withdraw that waiver and you will lose all of that time that you've accrued for them to come get you.
Right.
So it's up to you. I mean,
The bond is $500.
no, you are an inherent flight risk because you're a fugitive from justice. So you will have to pony up most, if not all of the money. So you'll have to pony up all of $5,000. I'm presuming, because who is going to want to take that risk? It's a lot of risk.
Okay.
So if you want, what we can do is have your counsel reach out to your family to see if in fact they are going to. If not, then you keep the waiver so you don't lose that time.
Very well.
Yeah. Okay, it's up to you.
Okay, I'll take it.
So set the bond.
Yes, please.
Got it.
Thank you.
Okay. So it's been, we're good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Guys, do you mind setting the bond at 5,000?
This is fun. It's the test. The flexibility test.
Okay, good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Judge. Thanks.
Hey,
We have got lines, see if it's the same, schedule.
okay, sure.
This is one of the, two-string class that shows that he goes to class Monday through Friday. And he also.
This tells me nothing. It doesn't say University of Houston at all.
I can have him screenshot before it's actually in code. I'm getting him a screenshot.
Yeah, and then you also,
This, I don't know, caps you next for this. I can buy this. It's like this.
I need more than that. I mean, usually you can print out the entire school schedule. It'll say University of Houston, it'll say date, time. That could have been 5 years ago.
Oh, it's the dates on the two. See right there,
Okay, well, show me like a legitimate where it has like letterhead, so I know that it's,
Okay.
and then, yeah, I will, but I want to know that it's, you know.
This is letting you know if this is sufficient enough to show you that he lives on campus. This shows you that it's for spring 2026. This is the location.
Council, coming up so you can see it too. I don't want, it doesn't say University of Houston, that does it anywhere?
It's a screenshot, but if I can make his phone, because he was an actual photo, I just actually.
Just, I don't want to take his phone, possession of his phone, I
He does
guess.
say that down there with his Cougar or his email address and identifiers, but I would think.
You think it's sufficient?
That's, I believe it was a piece of
Okay.
evidence, I think it would be.
So what's what's his schedule? You said he lives on campus? So what I'll do then, I mean, I'll obviously allow him to go back to campus, but he's not to have any contact with minors. Okay, let him know if he does, I'm gonna put him in jail. Okay, no parties, no anything like that. Okay, okay, thanks. That includes school functions, going to tailgates, things of this nature, class and right. No partying.
Yeah, no, are you sure that it was? Yeah, it's something you had.
Yeah, it's all in. But she was on stage with me.
Oh, well, you finished. Let's try to go back to my current here.
Oh, this man.
Hey,
On there, did you want it to be like writers under 18 or writers under 1?
under 21.
There actually is she's not under control. You're under control. Yes. He's not. You have to. He's in the past. Usually the statute says. Yeah, it says that. Areas by person, that is some kind of person. You can put that.
Oh, I need to. Bishop, come up. Whether appointed lawyers are given is based on household income of the entire household, not just one person. Here, you put your spouse has an income of around $2,200 a month, and then you have an income of $2,200 a month. Is that right? Okay, when you put spouse or other household income, you put 2,200, and then you put another. What is your the total of all sources of income, whether it's son, daughter, husband, wife, everything? So there are other sources of income. Okay, I need you to put that on there because this is not right. I mean, however you think it's correct. So it is the 2,119, correct? Okay. I'll grant it. I'm gonna grant it.
Just a quick question. See, they just asked me about like one random policy food. That's something that you have to get the food and go take it back to the door. Is that okay? Oh, yes, yes. Master.
Hi, Mr. Bond. Ready?
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. With my off docket matter,
What's your cause number?
clause number 2569301.
Okay,
Alex Fox.
Sure.
We approached last time regarding him. He was gonna go to the YMAC program. As
Oh,
of
right.
today, he's not on a YMAC program. The COO saying that they will pick him up Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Here's my concern, Your Honor. We have communicated with his high school, and they allow him to finish high school in person if he able to go back to high school before he turned 19. May the 11th is when he turned 19. So if he can get out and go back to school, get his high school degree, which is, I know you're gonna like that. There's two ways.
100%. But he doesn't do anything else. He doesn't do anything else.
So we have two options to do that. He had been in there since February the 5th, waiting for him to be transported to YMAC. Option number one, if we can do a time serve, Your Honor. Option number two, if we can put him back on probation. And one of your goal is to finish high school.
Is putting him back on probation an exercise in futility? Because we both know that we've taken several shots at this and he continues to do, and he has continued since day one, even while on bond for this case, to do whatever the heck he just wants to do. He doesn't care about the terms and conditions. He doesn't care about stop using marijuana. He doesn't care about having weapons. It just, he does what Mr. Sparks wants to do on probation because he thinks that's what.
Judge,
Did you hear that? Let me just see how much credit he has real quick and then I'll let you have it. How much credit does it get? Did you get the cost down?
I did. He has 82 days.
82 days. What say you?
so I just ran him and I'm not sure if the court has any additional information on this, but it does look like he has an active warrant for engaging in organized criminal activity out of Montgomery County.
Shut the front door. What? When was that filed? Did you know about this?
No, no.
I'm just showing an active warrant on his TCIC and CIC.
When was that filed?
I can't tell. I just see that.
Well, now we can't do WIMAC anyways.
And that's probably been the holdup, honestly, now that I think about it, why he hasn't entered the treatment.
It was
Is he here now?
No, he's not.
1/30/2026 is the date of the warrant.
This is the first that we're hearing of this. I mean, wow. There's nothing, yeah, there's really nothing we can do. You know, ultimately Montgomery County cannot pick him up until he's eligible for pickup regardless, which is until this case is over.
So in that case, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm with you. Now I'm with you because there's just nothing we can do. We can't do WIMAC anyways, right? So we'll just do, 300 credit for the 82 and just be done with it. And then see if Montgomery picks him up.
So we amended his conditions on February 26th to go to WIMAC, and he was not brought up because he wasn't put on docket.
So why don't we go ahead and put him on docket? Or wait, do you need to file another motion?
I don't know how else we would do for that.
Yeah, I mean, file the motion, allege the new law violation,
Okay.
and then we'll put him on for Monday. And then we'll and then we'll just do it Monday. We'll do the, 300 credit. I'm not going to unset term and, he'll have to be true that we'll be done with it. And then, Montgomery County has 10 days to come get him. Yeah, okay, done.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you for that. Good job, Nick.
Yeah, so.
Oh, sorry.
I just see that it was.
Victoria, you want to start going through the list?
Yes.
Top of one, Central Raymond Fellows here.
2501.
Top of four is a BVR that fell to here.
Have you spoken to Mr. Sims?
No, Judge. I should have. And then it was checked in, normally I can know the attorneys are.
Sure, okay. Let me see how many times he's bailed on us.
Is this his deal of Fletcher?
Yeah,
Pretty sure hasn't been able to get a contact with him, we tried multiple times.
got it. Okay, 5001.
Yeah.
Yep, right now. Okay, who's next?
On page 8 and 9, Mohammed. That one we rolled the last 2 days because they were in custody. The BBR was filed and they just haven't come up and now they're both active on all 3 cases. Yes. So Monday,
So give him another PR bond? Another 3 PR bonds?
he was on bond on 1 case that the BBR was filed on. And that one, the bond hadn't been imaged yet, so I don't know what they.
They're not, he's not allowed to get a PR bond on a VPO.
He made cash bond
Okay, on all of them?
on the BBR.
What about the assault?
That one was a PR.
I don't even think he's allowed to get a PR bond on that one. So he's got to be what, a 7-day setting then? Presumably, so let's put it on for that day, SFBF. Or I guess if you want to maybe roll it till Monday, just to make sure that the paperwork, yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, just do that.
Page 9, Pastor, set for arraignment for
2501.
top of 10, no teaching was found on.
Do you guys want to take a look to see if you want to dump it? It's on Perez. No PC by the magistrate.
I looked at it, Your Honor, I think we're gonna take it into grand jury, they feel like was just wrong.
Okay, sure.
All right, Judge, top of 12, someone called and said she has COVID. I gave her my information to email me proof and I haven't received anything yet.
Okay, I guess let's hold until a little later.
Top of 13. Council came in and asked to move it to today.
Right.
And the defense here, but council is.
I guess we'll wait until 11 o'clock. If they're not here by 11, we'll do it.
Right, and then page 14.
Mhm.
Step forward and go.
Okay, 2501. I guess on the other one, 2501 as well, if it's a no-show or no, nothing. Yeah. Mhm.
Randall Bishop.
I can see if she's around. That will further. That's the issue. So, in the case somewhere, I think you can see the talk about. People into.
Okay, what is that? 267?
267. Okay, so the immediate issue that I had, was complaining with this, some background, so no one was very important. So the guy showed him two, the lady was showing him two, felonies, against this woman. I didn't, she had put in a visa or whatever, being opinion to the time, so.
Hey, Judge.
On that, this. He had a no left, get away for 90 days.
This is the defendant, by the way.
The police, I checks out. The underlying story is.
Is this the one that was?
In the women's restroom.
Mother, they pick me up, she's like 80 years old, so she didn't want to move, so she calls the like witness, who's. Don't worry, that's orders from the Uber. Check her house. She has to not go to, or be sure. He gets there, neighbor calls the police, he's there for minutes, gets there about his mom's house, trying to be kept, and they. Bigger problem, whatever those factors they are. Even that's not going up on it's phone call me yesterday about 7 times.
What in the world?
I gave the number for the prosecutor call. Did that with the beer.
That's the first guy you heard about?
Yeah, so that is, she was having a call us for the morning, we have on the road. About the, tell them that, it's totally out there. So it's like, she was like, hey, I didn't, it's a key.
Oh, just he's covering.
Disturbing.
Just taking and showing you so I needed. So I guess I'm just like, that's very really good. We have the.
Okay, sure.
The only guy got in custody, so one the only person, you want to set it up, caller. It was really nice, and I was like, hey, like, this is the real stuff, you know, it's not possibly more on this, you know. Well, so he can go and call her. So this actually is no. I'm saying, okay, why do you approach? Then we approach on BC. For some other reason, anyway, you're very good with it. What's it called? I'm just having you call your, they very much will talk to you and it's kind of best. It's just fine. That's just here. So. I don't. It is a whole thing. I just.
I will say. The 2608123. Okay, so he has these other prior victims that they're against the limits.
Yeah. There, applications. That's not all.
I will go talk to her. I literally just had a case that we.
Looks like they both.
Yeah. So I am not going to do it, but I can go.
Well, my whole thing was,
Yeah.
she was talking here about the situation that we talked
Oh,
about. That's why I was
yeah.
nervous. When you call this one.
You have to go on, I can.
You can grab my-
It's on.
You should have heard number 5 years old. Albert? No, that's the same thing. That's not something. There's a name of it somehow. I can get it.
Is it Bishop?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yes.
603?
That 5-0.
No, yeah.
60350.
Yeah. Thanks. I was, I would try to get something. I know what to say. Something on something.
Yeah, how are you doing?
They gotta stop.
Oh.
So, when you're gonna notice, it's still all about this. We're under this, amazing fast for more than 91 days, but not less than 60 days. She scratches out of the lower bound of how long this thing. So if you tell somebody that you know that can't go beyond 91 days, all you told them is the maximum amount of time it can be. If you scratch out the lower bound, you haven't even noticed how long it's been.
Just suppose.
I mean, that's the.
I mean, yeah, I guess you would have to infer that it starts.
Well, so the way I look at it, so this can go no, so I pull that. So that means that if you want to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way up to 90, that's nice. That's but you can go less than 51. Then when you notice, I guess that there's 30-day period. All. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, all of that, we can see right now. Yeah. No, you're good. I think it's 20,000 projects, the prosecutor, a lot of it, it's most of the art and with it. I was like, it's weird. Oh, what?
Yes.
Spencer? It looks like.
Yeah.
This one's studying.
Were you able to find out anything for information?
And this is the one, Simon,
What is it?
It's 2607615.
260.
7615.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at felonies. Okay,
His conditions say that, he was allowed to work offshore for, if he was there for 2 months. And then he was supposed to be drug tested as soon as he returned. That day is tomorrow. He's here at our office, today.
send it today,
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
for sure.
Yes. Six something. 370. It went to the Jordan type. And now I can do both.
Do you have an iPhone with the new charger? I think this will work.
Yeah.
It was after work, so.
Oh. I'll text you.
Yeah, I need to get a new phone.
So y'all got yourself? They're all.
The DWI training right now. What is this again? It's Lamar Street. Conference, yeah.
Gotcha. All right, well, we got some more evidence and bring you custody of your training.
What DWI?
Yeah. She. Those go.
2021 DWI.
Who's the one who got it? Alright. No, right. I think that's the show, actually. Right. So, this got like 6 minutes right now.
Yeah.
Alright. This is the same number.
Is it the same number?
Same number.
It's your word.
It's kind of hard, like, I'll figure it out. Okay, she knows. So what is right? Hold on a second, is it just Cooper? Hey, somebody, prosecutor tried to call you a second ago, that's number, like, went to some I care. That's all that. Okay. Yes.
That's fine. I was like, something's not.
When you were, I hear something, and we're all remotely, yeah, so it's.
What are you asking for? You just want to yeah, not certain. Yes.
Well, I don't know. You're just also this one, this and that. We're, and.
Hey.
How you doing?
You ready? Do you mind bringing up your client? Tay.
What do you want, Judge?
Mr. Tay, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay,
Judge, this is still, TAYE,
correct.
Judge, unlawful carrying a firearm on 4/15/26, a traffic stop was initiated on vehicle for an obscured license plate. The vehicle stopped at 2400 block of Turning Basin in Harris County. Defendant exited the vehicle. He was asked to exit the vehicle. He was hesitant. He then got out of the vehicle, they frisked him, and he began concealing an unknown object in his genital area and reached back into the vehicle. The defendant admitted to having marijuana. A full PC probable cause search was conducted of the vehicle, and there was 6.61 grams of methamphetamine in the defendant's front pocket. Inventory search also found a bag of marijuana in the center console and a backpack on the driver's side floorboard containing 2 firearms.
What was the stop for?
Shared license plate.
Obscured license plate.
And then, so they pull him over and then,
So
So
it appeared, the DIMS statement does also add in that they saw a listed vehicle that they knew to be involved in an auto theft investigation. They followed the stolen vehicle, which was documented in their HPD case number. They observed the vehicle's back license plate frame was covering up the state name of Ohio, which is a Class C violation.
was this vehicle stolen?
I don't see that the officer wrote in the DIM statement that the vehicle was actually came back stolen. They just said that they conducted the traffic stop for the obscured license plate.
And what was the justification for the search?
The defendant admitted to having marijuana inside the vehicle.
That's, I'm sorry, but that's not with the way that probable cause states. Probable cause state very clearly, they stopped him for an obscured license plate.
Okay,
They they asked him to step out of the vehicle, and then it says we conducted a Terry search. There's no justifiable reason for a Terry search to believe that he had these.
is that right?
Yes, it's exactly
Well,
what it says.
they conducted the Terry search, and then he had said after that,
Well, you can't just start searching for the sake of searching.
well, they
right?
didn't find, there's no evidence that came from the Terry search. It sounds like they did the pat down. The defendant then reached back into the vehicle. They asked him why he's reaching back into the vehicle. That's what it states here. And that he said, I have marijuana in the car. They then conduct a full search, probable cause search, and find the drugs on his person and in the vehicle. That's the way the DIMS reads.
But how can you just start how do you justify just start searching someone you can't just start searching someone just for the sake of searching. You have to have a reasonable.
My argument would come purely from inferences. It's not written in the DIMS.
No,
Yeah.
but right,
Yeah.
in the law,
So-
there's no hunches.
Right, in my opinion, I think the officer writing that there was an auto theft investigation, it doesn't say anything about a high crime area.
I don't,
So-
I'm not buying it. I'm gonna find no probable cause. Okay, thanks, guys.
Good morning.
So shoot first, ask questions later, you know?
That's right, Judge.
Good morning, Judge. Approaching for a plea.
Okay.
Or two pleas, I guess.
Good morning, Mr. Tayyoun.
Yes.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. That's okay. So he's charged with 2 counts of driving while intoxicated.
Yes.
You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You're pleading guilty to 2 counts of DWI. Do you know what happens if you pick up another DWI, Mr. Tayyoun?
Yes.
What happens? Don't tell him.
Admittedly, Your Honor, I did forget to tell him the next one would be the.
If you ever pick up another DWI, you will be facing a felony charge. You will be looking at a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And you know, you don't need to be stupid, falling down drunk. All an officer has to do, look you up, DWI, DWI. If they come to your car and they smell alcohol or any kind of dope, it's probably not going to go well for you. Here, you're looking at days. Up there in felony court, it's years. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept these, once you plead guilty to these offenses, they will both remain convictions on your record for the rest of your life. Do you understand? Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? First, Class B, and then on the second one, it's a Class A where you're facing a year in jail.
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty on both of those cases. On the one that's for a year, it's 40 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 21 days that you are doing. On the second case, it is 40 days in jail. We will give you credit for the 40 days that you have done. I'm going to suspend your license for 1 year. Do not drive. Stop driving. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. Got it, Mark. Take care.
I just told you go to the.
20 days.
I thought it put that.
I actually wrote 40 days.
Oh, it's 20.
saw-
Got it. Okay. I see.
Trying to clarify.
Got it.
And then
A year. Yeah. On both. Hey. That's it.
as far as I know.
What about the gentleman in back there with the purple? You're here with him? Got it. Okay. I
They're
think,
just waiting on conditions.
okay.
They know the conditions.
Take your time. Take your time. There's no rush.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Judge, conversation, is that, or was just.
It's already, is it not set already?
No, we did it last time. You wanted to leave it as the same as last time?
What's it at now? It's at like 25,000 and something, right?
I think it was.
I guess just raise it by $1.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I hope Bishop didn't leave without signing bond conditions.
Just in the.
You haven't given him the recent? Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got it on these local police there.
Oh, what day is it for? To phone and then what's not last one and out. That's the text comes in at basically, but I don't work on the phone. Anytime before me, so it's just having the morning, respond to word confirm, once it is afternoon, then the system shuts down and then you better check in. You do the check-in time, you send a bill, if you do not get a text message, maybe one great house in the system now, and then you do the presentation. Because it's using all the text in all the stats, maybe only one testing application for them, and some stats are fine. As you know, they did now office hours, closes at 4:30. So if you come, you have to communicate samples, so it means also this and we are rely the trauma that we have in violation of this. Okay. So the expectations is for 30 days, so we can see that we know so companies and probations. They are going to want more to get so we can look at the investigation. Are you on a restriction? And that would actually go on the so notice and then getting children. They should know how to level of electricity, try to keep burning wood, and they might do it on their own steps. Hopefully, if you are having one, because. Yeah, and I know that's very good. So, you're not going to take it and focus on the it's just not. It's not. It's not when you should look up and see the texts. If you don't, we are closed, those are calls Monday, which we can see. So usually service in the next.
All right. Hey, I think that's it. That's it.
As far as I know, Judge, I don't know if Justin needs to approach and argue his button.
What kind of case was it?
He got bottom of 2 Bishop.
Okay.
But that's it, Judge.
Okay.